Yeah, it feels good to be a part of the conversation. Hey, Deke, not every team can say they're part of the conversation right now. I don't know if you know this, all right, man? There's some teams out here in the AFC. Oh, shout out to them Patriots. Oh, shout out to them Jaguars. Oh, shout out to them Raiders. Already eliminated. And then, obviously, on the NFC
It
side,
looks like the AFC is
Giants
locked in
already eliminated.
from 1 to 7.
Okay.
Now the seeding's gonna
yeah.
vary a little bit, but the difference between 7
Give them 1 to 7
and the
real quick.
team on the outside, it's the Broncos at 7, 8-5. The Colts are at 6 and 7.
Yeah, so the way that it currently stands today, two teams are locked in already in terms of Chiefs. They have clinched the playoff spot, but they haven't clinched their division just yet, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But shout out to the Broncos. They're
Chargers too.
Chargers too. Good call on that. They're doing enough to kind of hang around, but they got they're currently at the 1 seed. And like I said, man, they have already clinched the spot, but not their division. Buffalo is currently the 2 seed. They recently clinched their division Sunday night, and they are, like I said, the 2 seed, but they're not locked into that just yet. They can slide, but I think the furthest they can slide down is what, 4? Yeah, because they already won the division. Yeah, so 4 would be the lowest that they can slide. And obviously, they're still in contention for the 1.
They are capable of playing in a snowstorm, huh?
Hey, man, I guess on occasion, they can go out there. They didn't look cold. I was happy to see that, because that Bengals game in the snow a couple years ago, they looked really cold. And that wasn't what we wanted to see.
Wasn't it similar elements in
Don't you do that.
last year's
Don't
wildcard
you
game
do that. Don't you
force them to reschedule? It was unsafe
because
for everyone.
people were driving, and we didn't want anybody to risk their lives.
You're saying they didn't use cars to get to the game?
No, this one was different, okay? The snow happened when the game started. It was like in the second quarter when the snow came out. So way different, all right? That was why. And it wasn't a clinching opportunity. That was just like a regular old playoff game. This was, you could get your 5th consecutive AFC East champion. This is like Tom Brady type talk. You feel me?
Makes me think even more the fix was in last year.
Don't you do that, man. Don't you be like that, all right? It was not like that. It was just they knew they had to have a fireworks Sunday Night Football, man. All right? That's all.
Snow helps the Steelers. Let's move the game. So it's not snow.
If it certainly would have helped us last year. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. But anywho, man, stop being negative, all right? Because we got in the hunt, okay? Now, in the hunt, it is kind of crazy that we haven't clinched just yet in terms of a playoff spot, but we're currently sitting at the 3rd seed. Obviously, 9-3. We haven't clinched the division. We could do that earliest is, 3 weeks after the Ravens game?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In terms of clinching the division, we would have to win. If we win this week, obviously versus the Browns, and then versus Baltimore when we play them in 3 weeks, 2 weeks from now, that would definitely give us the division that way. If not, the other way that we win the division, we lose to Baltimore, we win the other 4 games. So those are the 2 scenarios in terms
probably
of,
if Baltimore loses some games too.
Yeah, that's obviously like the super layup if they start losing. But if everything stayed the same and it came down to that matchup, if we win it, obviously, we got the division. But if we were to lose that one, we would have to make sure we won the other 4 games outside of that matchup. So we control our own destiny with that. In terms of the 2 seed or the 1 seed, we still have action for that, but we don't control that destiny. That's Buffalo and Kansas City. The beautiful part is we still do play Kansas City, so we could potentially give them another L. But we'd have to see, obviously, what goes on with Buffalo during that process as well, man.
Yeah, we need the Chiefs to lose to the Chargers or someone else on their schedule outside of us, and then we need the Bills to
Buffalo's going to be
lose
different.
A few. Losing out wouldn't hurt either.
Buffalo's going to be unique in the sense of what happens to Kansas City. If they feel at any point they can't get that 1 seed, they might sit something because they already have the division locked up. So that's the part for us that kind of, we got to watch that a little bit. But, yeah, as long as if Kansas City loses, then Buffalo's going to be trying to keep that foot on the pedal too. So it's going to be interesting, though, man. Real interesting. Now, in terms of the 4th seed.
You got a chance to lose out on a divisional home game, though, by doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they want to risk that. I think there is still something to be said to having that 2 seed.
Yeah. And whoever is the higher seed, you avoid Kansas City in that division round. You don't want to have to go see that necessarily. So
right, if they end up with the 1 seed.
Yeah. So the 4 seed, this could definitely change, but we'll see, man. Actually, the Texans sitting at 8-5. They are first in their division right now. Have not locked it up just yet, though. Excuse me. Then from there at 5, you got the Chargers, are the 5th seed, sitting at 8-4. They are second in their division behind the Kansas City Chiefs. They currently have a 93% chance to make the playoffs as well. The 6th seed is the Baltimore Ravens at 8-5, second in the AFC North. They're at a 96% chance to make the playoffs. And then at the 7th spot, third AFC West team, the Denver Broncos, 8-5. We obviously saw them get the big win last night. They have a 76% chance. Now, the next closest, you got the Colts sitting at 6-7. I think they still play. I gotta see, do they got the Texans anymore? Because that might still be why they still have a little bit more life. One of them division ones.
Well, I guess something. Even the wild card too.
Yeah.
If the Broncos lose out or something.
Yep. Dolphins are right behind them at 5-7 as well. Second in the AFC East. Bengals 4-8. Then from there it's just bad. Yeah. Browns
and
3-9.
The Colts play
Titans
the Broncos this week.
Yeah.
So
that's how
the
Colts
game.
Yeah. Good call. Yep.
And they actually have a weak ass schedule too. After that, they got Titans, Giants, and Jaguars. Wow. So if they went out, they might have a chance for the 7th seed.
But right now, we're in a great spot. We're obviously controlling our own destiny. A couple weeks away from all the way potentially locking in at North. And, from there we'll be good to go. We know we're in the playoffs, though. That's the beautiful part of this thing, man.
We're at 99% playoff probability.
Yeah.
What's that 1%? I guess if we lose out.
I feel like it has to be like some type of like lose out / some ties or something along the way. Because otherwise, like, where does it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just keep winning. Just win next week. Can we clinch next week?
That's the part that I think, let's see.
We might.
That would have it. That's what I'm saying. That would have us at like the 10th. Yeah, depending on who loses a game or two here.
Yeah.
Because I know Dolphins losing last week was a big reason why Buffalo had a chance to clinch.
Honestly, like it might be like the Colts or Dolphins,
yeah.
If they lose, because that would get them at 8 losses, and then we'd be at 10 wins, so we can't
mathematically we can't be
worse
lower
than
them.
10-7.
Yeah.
Right. So that would clinch us at least.
Yeah, which is fire. We like that.
That's just one scenario.
Yeah.
Well, hell, maybe even if they don't lose, we would have
we still would have 10 wins though.
We wouldn't have the tiebreaker of the Colts. Maybe we would over the Dolphins. So maybe if Colts lose to the Broncos.
Yeah, and they're saying if the Colts would have run the table, then they potentially would have the same record. They would have the tiebreaker over us, but they're not about to run the table, no way.
No, they have a tough schedule.
That's why they 27%, and they still figuring out, is A-Rich gonna still play like A-Rich?
Or no, Colts have an easy schedule. Broncos have the tough schedule.
But you still got A-Rich. You got to ask which A-Rich shows up.
You're capable of losing any game.
That's what I'm saying. Heck yeah. Which version of them shows up, man? Yeah, that's got to be the scenario for us, though. Which, how rare is that? Yeah. Yeah, because Dolphins, Bengals, Browns, Titans, Jets, they're not affecting us. They already got 9 losses. None of those, or 8 losses with the Bengals. None of them teams catch us. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that would be the most, or the playoff clinching scenario that makes most sense to me right now. Because I think even if the Ravens lose, it could be if like we lose out and they win out. Yeah, it's the 7th seed you're like kind of. It's the 7th seed and like the teams on the bubble you're worried about in terms of just playoff clinching.
That's it.
Division clinching, that's a different story.
Yeah, we gotta wait till that Baltimore matchup, regardless. But we for certain can get our playoff spot this weekend, man. That 10th win, Colts lose or Dolphins lose, that puts both of them at that 8th loss. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. All right, man. We're in a good spot, though, baby. Dang good spot. And shout out to the Chiefs, man. Already clinching the spot in this tourney, huh? They get a chance to defend their honor for the 3-peat, huh?
It's fixed.
Now, which way is it fixed, though? Tell me now.
I'm in the Chiefs' favor.
Dang God. You think so? I feel like they setting them up for the great drama. I think it's like the great drama. Let them teeter around, figure it out, and then you get the big, let down in the postseason. That's what I need to see.
Well, yeah, I think that's. Yeah, everyone wants to see the Chiefs lose. They
you said to lose to Buffalo?
I don't care who beats them.
All right, cool. I like that.
As long as the Steelers are in the Super Bowl. Bills can take them out, and then we'll take out the Bills.
Hey man, however it plays out. All right, we'll cross that bridge. When we cross that bridge. You know how that go, man.
I don't care what the path is.
Yeah. Just get us in there, man.
Whatever it takes for us
Just
to
get
to
us
the
in
Super
there.
Bowl.
We want to go.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. They're 11. I mean, they should be probably 8-4 realistically.
Because they got one loss right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Should have lost the Broncos. Should have lost the Raiders last week. Bengals game, BS pass interference call.
I mean, they said it took one of them like Herculean MVP type efforts for Chiefs to even lose, huh?
Ravens game week 1, the toe out of bounds.
Yeah.
Last play.
So you had to have like one of them special teams to probably like beat them, huh?
There's definitely a game I'm missing here that they should have lost.
Yeah.
There's probably at least one game, maybe even 2 games that I'm missing.
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, shoot. Because if it weren't for, like I said, man, a quarterback probably putting on that cape, going, toe to toe with Mahomes. I mean, how you get up out of there, Because we've been seeing it, man. It's going to take.
You're talking about an MVP type of performance?
Don't do that. I just said sometimes you got to put a cape on and show that you can do certain things. I
Josh
ain't saying
Allen's
nothing
definitely
about
winning
MVP.
this MVP.
Stop it. Saquon Barkley's getting this MVP. All right,
He is
give
not.
it to Saquon.
Nope.
Saquon's getting this MVP, man.
Josh
Don't
Allen.
do that. Saquon. It's Saquon's MVP to lose. It's Lamar Jackson's MVP to lose. It's Jared Goff's MVP
Josh
to
Allen.
lose.
He
All right.
can do it all.
Nah, man. Stop it.
Catch a touchdown.
Don't you
pass for
start
one, run
that.
for one.
Seven could do that too.
That's an MVP.
7
type
could do
of
that
situation.
too. 7 could do
Well,
that too.
7 was robbed of MVPs in his career. and it's fine.
Maybe those are similar.
whatever.
We're gonna take the same approach there. All right. Rob us on the MVPs. Win them in the Super Bowls. All right. We ain't tripping at all.
I don't know
okay?
if that's Josh Allen's path.
Yeah,
he's a big MVP type of
It's
guy.
his destiny. He says the same thing Ben says. I don't even care about that. That ain't my focus. I don't care about none of that. That's not my focus. He's trying to win the Super Bowl. He said he sounds like peak Big Ben, right? He even did the let me go ahead and get engaged. He did the Big Ben. Big Ben got engaged. He went and got engaged. He's smart. You see it. What happened when 7 got engaged, bro? Championship.
Don't be disrespecting Big Ben like this.
7 got engaged. His play went up. Championship, bro. That's all right. Don't be surprised. You see the correlation. They say, oh, they're so similar. Their play styles. Oh, this. Look at the size. Yep. He took a page out of his book. He was like, all right.
17 ain't 7.
He said, time to get engaged. It's just one. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm 7 plus 1. I mean,
No.
like, hey.